Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to run Exoplex on the VFCs in ESNET. This is the topology of the VFCs in ESNET. There is a switch in Starlight and a switch in Atlanta. With this COSA switch in Starlight, we can connect to the communion at UC, and with this VFC in Atlanta, we can connect to communion attack and also exogenous slices. I'm going to use the VFC at Starlight and the VFC at Atlanta and use it to connect a client node in communion at UC and an exogenous node via the VFC in communion at TAC. So I created two VFCs in communion, one at UC and one at TAC, and created a client node in UC that is attached to the VFC at UC. And I also created an exogenous slice that uses the stitch port at TAC and stitch the exogenous slice to the VFC at TAC. And we have already stitched the VFCs at UC to VFC at Starlight and the VFC at TAC to the VFC at Atlanta. So this is the network topology. We will use the VFC router application that is adapted from the Ryu REST router application to control the two COSA switches in Starlight and Atlanta. We run separate SDN controllers for these two switches, and we also run a Ryu simple switch 13 application to control the COSA switch at UC and the COSA switch at TAC that makes the two switches acts as learning switches. So this is the topology of the network. In the demo, we run Exoplex on ESNET. So we will run an Exoplex controller that controls this part that includes the VFCs at Starlight and VFCs at Atlanta. Before I do this experiment, I have already cleared all the existing flows on those four switches using the OFCTL REST API. We can make after we start the applications SDN controller applications. We can make queries to the OFCTL REST API to query for the existing flows on those switches. So we can see that on the switch at UC and TAC is empty, and on Starlight and Atlanta there is some default flows on the switches when the switches get connected to the SDN controller. Next, we run the VFC controller. VFC controller on the ESNET. Before we run, let's check the configuration file. In this topology file, we store the topology of our ESNET setup. So we will be using the two route switches, one at Starlight, one at Starlight, and one at Atlanta. Sorry, the name and the site might be confusing, but this should be Atlanta, and this should be Starlight. And we have the stitch port on those VFCs that allow us to stitch our client networks to the VFC. Now let's run the VFC server. It has started. As we can see from the SD, at this time, the Exoplex controller has already installed configured IP address for the link between the VFC start and Atlanta, and added IP address on these two interfaces. Next, we will stitch the two client networks to the the to the SDX network. Those are I have automated added those steps in the script to automate the step. We stitch two networks. We stitch the two networks to the SDX and advertise our routes, and then issue a connection request between the two IP prefixes. That is the same. The step is the same as our previous demo that works on VFC's incoming. Okay, at this time, we should be able to ping between the two client loads. And we have configured the routing with Kaga to route the traffic between the sublets via the stitching interface. Let's try the ping. We can log on to the other node now. This node has this IP address 20.13. Okay, we can see that the pin is working now. I think it took some time because probably it's due to that the learning switch on the two switches at UC and Starnet is learning the MAC addresses, and now it is working. That's all. Thank you.